Good evening, welcome to round 11 of the Allports SuperCars NZ V8 Championship. This is the Broadcasting Lounge. Doug here, joined in the lounge with me this evening is Corey Kitchen. How are we, Corey?
Hey, I'm good, Dougie. Good. Where are we? We're in Montreal.
We are indeed, and an awesome track at that, and one that's going to be featuring quite a wee bit this week. Let the folks at home know where that is exactly that we are.
Yeah, it's circuit Gilles Villeneuve, so that's Montreal, Canada, and it is a favourite track of mine. It's kind of like a street circuit sort of flavour to it, with some spicy chicanes and a nice tight hairpin.
Sure is indeed, and the track map that the folks can see there at home, so the track runs in a clockwise format, so red line indicating where the start finish line is. The pit lane entrance is just back where the to the left where that first wee chicane is, and pit exit comes out just at the end of that big hairpin, just turn 2 there, so a lot of close battles can be won and lost just by simply getting in and out of the pits, and you'll see some of those tonight. The braking point for pit lane entry is just a little bit past where the braking point for that final chicane is, so sometimes people can be lulled into a false sense of security, thinking someone's broken a wee bit too late, and next minute they're diving into pit lane and can sort of throw your eyeballs off the game a wee bit. But yeah, it should be awesome fun racing here tonight. What have we got in the way of... well, that's our warm-up standings at the moment, which have just clicked over, and very soon those figures will, those names will change around for what will be our starting grid positions, and oh my gosh, what has happened to the weather?
Yeah, it reminds me of a certain Super Rugby final at Lancaster Park.
Hang on, I just need to, let's just tidy the screen up for half a sec. Yeah, so that would be fog, everyone. That is one very, very foggy track. So we're probably not going to get much out of... you have to, maybe the drivers will need that to be able to notify where they are around on track, but I don't think we'll be getting much out of Steve Darren's blimp or Steve Darren's chopper cam this evening, especially with the conditions like that. We might cut to it every now and again just to see what they're battling with out there, up there, doing their thing, but otherwise, other than that, down here we have cars.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rehan with yet another pole position. So things are actually quite spicy at the top of the leaderboard for the V8, so we'll talk a little bit more about that shortly.
They are, yeah, and we've got the lights just coming up now, getting ready to drop. Everyone will be getting ready to get underway. Whoa, there we go. Oh, we've got a big one from one of the Misfits boys, James McKenzie, by the look of it, getting up on 2 wheels, sideways there already.
Yeah, suffering a little bit of damage, so he's going to limp that thing around to the pits, I'm guessing, and get himself a fast repair.
Yes, and I see one of the SDI cars suffering a bit of battle damage there, and we've actually got some cars facing the wrong way, cluttered there down at the back of the pack. Some more people with crash data, so we'll bring that up in a minute, but here we go. Rehan's still leading this pack over Roger Forbert, Leon Ware and Bruce Tannock, and Stacey Boyd bringing up our top 5.
Yeah, so the track temperature will be in the low 20s, I'm guessing, so nice cold track, cold tyres, greasy conditions from a little bit of fog hanging around.
Certainly will be. And if you can remember correctly, how much quicker was Rehan's qualifying time over P2?
It was near on us, just over a second. Rehan, yeah. So he was in the 34.3, I think, and Roger was in second position, was a 35.5 or something like that.
Far out. This is a wicked shot of these cars coming out from that final corner, bouncing over the curbs.
Yeah, towards the wall of champions.
Yep. That's another wall there of carnage.
Yep, they you find them in almost everywhere around here, and where there's not walls, there's a lot of grass.
Yeah. So no changes for position outside of the first three. The first one is Bruce Tannock's managed to get by Stacey Boyd to claim 4th spot there. And then Eamon Young in 6th spot. He's still in his appropriate starting position. Just in behind him is Sean McNamara, who's moved up 3 spots from starting in 10th to 7th now. And Sean finding himself in a dirty diesel sandwich. Rehan well away and clearing the field. And some great action racing taking place here.
Yeah, it's a crowd favourite for V8 races. This track, it gives you that street circuit feel that we're so accustomed to over this side of the world. It's nothing like a V8 up on some curbs on 2 wheels.
Oh, it's a beautiful sound, beautiful sight to behold. Yeah, if you're ever in any part of New Zealand or Australia when the V8 supercars are around, certainly get yourself along to a racetrack, even a street circuit one at that. Gold Coast 600's a good one to try and get to. Adelaide's another perfect one.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's many a Kiwi out there that had the chance to go to Hamilton when it was a street race too.
I was actually one of those lucky ones way back in the day. I went to the inaugural event of that one, thanks to a person, a friend of mine at the time, who had won a competition with The Rock by keeping their hand on the bonnet of a V8 supercar for the longest.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. So flights up and $500 spending money. Accommodation set for the 3 days away. It was good fun. Great event. Nothing like hearing a V8 rattle the walls, concrete walls around the city.
Yeah, back to our standings, Doug. So, Rehan obviously leading the championship at the moment. 557 points. He's had 7 wins this season, so that's like 7 out of 9, is it, or 10?
Yeah. And nothing out of the normal for this young driver. First came along to race with us here, SuperCars NZ, and very quickly made himself a name by, I think, winning the championship back-to-back 3 times in a row. Then took a wee bit of a hiatus, and then he's come back to race with us again. So very privileged to have him here racing again, and still showing the other guys just how much more you can get out of a V8 supercar, and to certainly not give up pushing to race better and race harder.
Yeah, so 39 points back in second place is Bruce Tannock, and then it is so Roger Frolbert is sitting in third, and then you've got Leon Ware, who's 9 points behind Roger, and Stefan is only 1 point behind Leon. So it's a bit of a fight there for third place.
So that's
at the moment.
The championship standings, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's for the championship standings. So two rounds to go. So tonight we'll so third position still pretty out there. Well, it's anyone's to win, I reckon. It's still pretty close at the top.
Yeah. So Bruce, who's currently sitting in third here in tonight's race, is second in the championship, but Roger, who is third in the championship, is sitting in second, and then we've got Leon Weir, who's fourth in the championship, currently sitting in fourth, as we nearly put the commentator's curse on him, as he had all four wheels gliding sideways up to the red and white lines there.
Past all that nice Napa signage around this track.
Have a quick look on board and see how he's faring in his car at the moment.
Be sweaty.
His hands look rather relaxed.
Well, that's someone to have a look at, Doug. He could be Darren Lobb.
Yep, we'll certainly have a look at that name, because he was another one who, for the last few races which he's been turning up to, well actually for the majority that he's turned up to, has not qualified, and same again tonight, no qualifying spot for Daz, but he started from the rear, and he's already moved up a whopping 17 spots to be into position 9.
Yeah, that's a hell of a jump.
So yeah, we'll just jump on past from Leon as he comes down to the braking point of the final chicane there. Looks like he's got it well under control here, doing a good job sitting there. But man, look at that fog, isn't that something?
Yes, no, it definitely is. So, another thing to look at tonight is incident points. So, after the guys get 15 incident points, it's a tour of the pit lane. So far, everybody's on double digits except one car. Well, I'm not going to mention that person yet because they haven't got themselves a naughty.
Yep. So we've got Daz on screen there, and he actually just had an absolute ripper of a pass past Stefan McCartain for P8. So I'm actually I'm going to bring that back up because that was a heck of a move.
Yeah, nice run out of the final corner.
Very good stuff.
Yeah, so Darren's a seasoned V8 driver, that's for sure. She's been around the scene for a number of years. He's old enough to be able to race in things like the Veterans League these days.
Yep. So there we've got Darren and Sean there, neck and neck. Darren just muscling across a little bit on Sean through the braking point coming into the chicane. Sean was just giving him just an extra half an inch of room to be compliant with that one to make it happen. Sorry, I'll just jump back to here because these guys have just got really close together all of a sudden. Saw the data come up on that one. Sorry to cut you off there, Corey.
No, that's totally fine. I was going to mention that things were getting quite spicy in the podium positions. That's all right. You took us there. Yeah, I noticed these three have been they've been almost matching each other in lap times. So their last lap times were all pretty similar, apart from Leon, who busted out his fastest lap of the race.
Wow.
Yeah, the tyres are all up to temp, and yeah, the cars are getting pushed pretty hard at the moment.
They certainly are. We'll have a bit of a squeeze back towards the start of the race and see what unfolded for one James McKenzie, a Misfits driver, as to how he got unstuck. Yeah, wow, just in the pinch zone.
Yeah, little taps, obviously. Yeah, throwing them across the front of another car, a couple of cars there.
Yep. And then here we've also got, this is Scott Kenzie, so another Misfits driver. Oh, Shivers, oh, that's, and then there was Steve, yeah, Steve Darren,
Steve's
yeah.
gone into.
Oh, it's unfortunate. You almost couldn't tell the difference between the fog and the smoke there from the rear tyres.
Yeah, so Canada's really turned it on for us tonight.
Yep. And this is Shane Newlands on lap 2. Baller Racing. Oh, that's not a good one. Bit of an adherence to racing room there. I'm not too sure who's in the blue and white Herbals, but maybe they could have shuffled across a little bit. It's hard to say from that first opinion. Again, that's only on me, but maybe Shane felt that he was being a bit too aggressive, and he's readdressed that. So fair play to him on that one.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And that he felt like he caused that, and he instantly slowed down, and that stopped anybody from getting heated about the situation and stuff. So it's called straight down.
Yeah, bit of a ugly one there. Had 3 wide with Stefan Cartain, Dan Nolan, and Sir Trent Bennett there, and Dan just getting Trent a little bit sideways. We nudge on the front, helped him straighten back up again, and we've got Stonesy. Let's see what happened here. Oh, just clearing a slowdown from cutting over that curb earlier, so that's where we're at with things at the moment. Darren Lobb moved himself up into P6. That's 20 grid spots now for him.
Yeah, that's and then make that another one.
He's certainly doing the damage getting out there. He's now got a gap margin to catch up onto Leon of just over 4 seconds, so see what happens with that. And even young Stacey Boyd having a cool wee backwards and forwards as well.
Yes, Stacey there just trying to get the pad out of the ground, and it's the car not cooperating, which is pretty common for one of these bad boys.
We've actually got some info also. Steve Darren going off the track and then towing to the pits, so have a quick look at that one. So maybe he's roughed the wall, maybe he blows a motor. Oh, it's just not turning for him.
And looks like that's parking him up for the evening.
Yes, he sat there, he let the repair go by, and still sitting there waiting, so.
Well, glad that profile picture wasn't up for too long.
No, that's what I was thinking too. That one's not too bad, Mr. Kilgore.
Yeah, so back to the old incident points. So we've got Shane Newlands is actually on 13, so a couple more incidents for him, and be a tour of the pit lane. So we're keeping an eye on that for the old black flags when they start popping up on my timing screen.
Yep. Good. And yeah, so with that, what was I going to say? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Stones is still chipping away there. The field getting really quite spread out now as well. 11 laps in, 25 total. It's Rehan up to just coming past the exit of pit lane there. Oh, I've actually got Data, Bruce and Leon crashing. no good.
It looks like we may have a safety car, Doug.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, we do. So I was just still having a look here and see what was taking place with those two shenanigans. So what's that going to do for our field? We can see there, Rehan's still in first, Roger in second, Darren's moved up 23 spots into third, Eamon Young's there fourth, and Stacey Board in fifth. A couple of those other guys lost their P3 and 4 to drop down to 7 and 8. So this will be actually quite interesting to see what this does.
Yeah, we had 17-second gap there, so yeah, so he's going to come out around here in the old safety car, I believe. Should be out there in front of him somewhere.
So what you're saying is he could have almost rolled through pit lane, taken his stop, and still come out behind the safety car before anyone else caught up to him?
Not quite.
So what you're saying is technically Rehan could have gone into the pits, stopped, taken his pit stop.
There it is, the dirty Mustang.
Yes. We're not talking about Rehan's car, folks. We're talking about the safety machine in front of him. The reason they like to use those particular cars is one, they're speed limited for fear of blowing up the motor, and two, if and when the safety car driver has a wee whoopsie on the grass and goes and puts it into a wall, the damage repair bill is often easily amended by just replacing with a brand new one.
Yeah, well, they had to make so many of them because they were so popular that yeah, that's why parts are everywhere.
Yeah. So is there anyone else?
One of the most popular cars of our generation, I believe, Doug.
Probably. I was getting very Knight Rider vibes from watching that yellow light ticking back and forward across the safety car banner there.
Yep, no, I can see that. So the safety car's been called, and it's looking like Darren Lobb has made his way into third position, so that's a whopping 23 spots from his starting position.
Because now, obviously, all the drivers have got to take a compulsory pit stop. Now, there was a wee bit of conjecture a while back that apparently a compulsory pit stop is not counted under safety car conditions, but that comes down to what Sean's ruling is at the time. But I would say if cars are coming into pit lane and they're taking their minimum 4 tyres and they're doing their fuel, that would be CPS done and dusted. I imagine that's the state of play for the normal V8 racing as well. In real life, and it looks like everyone has come in, including Sean himself. So it'll be interesting to see what these times are. Everyone's going to be sitting on the deck. Oh. So a very close one between Rehan and Ross Watson actually getting out of there. Two Misfits cars having a bit of rubbing elbow bargies there.
Rubbing elbow bargies.
Yeah. It's interesting. I haven't actually got a time of a pit stop beside Ross's name, or James McKenzie, or Thomas McCall. Everyone else has gone and done sort of 9s and 10s and a couple of 11s in there. It'll be actually quite interesting to see if I can see what information I can find out there on Ross. Did he come into pit lane? pit lap. Okay, so Ross has got no data showing that he stopped. James McKenzie nor Thomas McCall, so maybe he was just cruising by. Because there's Rehan and Roger. Oh, and Ross not taking a stop, getting it stuck up into the side of that, but he has now since come around. Gone in, and we're actually back under racing conditions.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a mess.
Very quick stop, everyone was in, lined up behind the safety car, came back out behind the safety car, lights were out, and we're away, so. Rehan over Roger Forbert, over Stefan McCartane, now up 4 spots.
To be honest, Leon Ware has had a bit of an incident, as well as Jared Stone, Ecclestone as well.
Yeah, Leon with the big crash data there. So Darren Lobb was way back here to P15. He had the longest stop out of everyone, 36 seconds. Cold tyres on all those cars.
Yeah, looks to have caught a few cars out on this lap.
Bruce Tannock and Trent Bennett having a nice battle there too. James McKenzie coming into the pits. Oh. And Stonesy crashing out there at the back again and towing to pits. So have a quick look here at what happened to Leon.
Oh.
That happened really quite fast. Bit of a bugger that one really, because it's I don't believe there was anything malicious from Bruce. I just see it was a racing incident. It's like yeah, maybe Leon was just trying to open himself up for the braking point into the corner. And came unstuck.
Yeah, he's unlucky, so he's gone in and got some repairs and gone back out. Is old Leon?
Yes.
Yeah, so it looks like Lobby was a little bit unlucky during the pit stop period there, or the safety car period there. He's dropped down a few spots from where he was. Still inside the top 10.
Yeah, just his time deficit versus everyone else is, you know, three times as long as the third quickest times out there. So you're taking on 36 seconds worth of fuel essentially. got a few bit of an engaging comments there in our live chat as well. So Sip g'day to Laz, Harry Dodds has jumped in to say g'day. It's had a little rain preview, I'd say this is, with the amount of fog. I wouldn't certainly say it's alluding to anything along those lines. It's just that a particular person who was loading the races realised that when you crank the humidity past 100, it populates fog. So no, that's it's not a new thing. It's just something that we don't often use. For the drivers, it's not too bad out there. So we'll give you a bit of a look from in car again while we're just sitting here with Macca. So
yeah, well, tomorrow night we've got the legends and the trucks will be here, so we'll see what tomorrow's weather brings for Gilles Villeneuve, and then of course we're back here on Thursday for the GT3 Duck.
Yes, I'm going to load that one up tonight. So if people like the fog and they want to see it again, give us some votes up in the live chat, and we'll see what kind of extra carnage we can cause. As you can see, the drivers are not battling too badly. It's a little bit. I mean, the guys sitting up in the grandstands are probably faring worse off than anyone else. But if we touch base with Steve Darren's blimp cam.
That's actually a shot from Eden Park. Lancaster Park. Yeah, it was the Crusaders Hurricanes game, and
oh, there's a car.
Pretty much.
Oh, there's a car. And
you can see Sean's white wheels. No worries.
And the flames popping out the side. So it's we've got the fog lights on, and chopper cam. Yeah, sort of just looks like someone's turned the brightness down. So there's a wee bit of wriggle room for making the fog certainly a little bit more dense. I believe this is only set to around 19%, which is considered light fog. We'll keep an eye on that over the next couple of nights and see what happens. Stefan Adams, Simulac Racing here. He's been doing some real life dirt racing recently. It looks like he's more than happy to keep the tyres dirty still. But through that, he's let Bruce Tannock and Tony Lynch go by.
Yeah, so when we 7 laps to go in this round 10 race at the SuperCars NZ Allports Motorsport V8 Championship.
Yep, it is round 11. In fact,
round 11. There we go. And this week's sponsor is Dano Sim Support.
It is Dano Sim Support, and we probably wouldn't be half the league that we are without the support of Dane Northworth there out of Aussie, PSR man himself. Certainly been a big support for our league, helping share the love out via Facebook and all the other books of socialising and stuff like that. He's almost like our number one fan. So for our number one fan, we've said it before, we'll say it again, he's got a wee gifty package coming his way. I've actually got it here at the moment, been sent down from Wayne, and I'm just throwing a couple other wee pieces into the box, and that's going to be on its way at the end of the week. Sent over to big old Aussie land. Thank you to Dane for your continued support, and if anyone was wanting some help in the sim department, maybe checking your screens and graphics and stuff was set up particularly for iRacing, get in touch with Dano there, and he'll be able to help walk you through some of those bits and pieces. He's helped out quite a number of people, and he has very cheap rates after having done it for a very long time for for nothing. So I think it's about $20 odd an hour or something for his support, and you can usually knock out what you're sort of after within that hour, or if not two. So very good rates there. But yeah, certainly get in touch with him. He may be able to let you know what you need.
It's not the sort of sim support that I was thinking of, that he's going to come around and change the rusty rivets.
You get out the wee toothbrush and get in there between the pedals to find all the dust bunnies.
Yes, it's not Dano's moral sim support.
Yeah.
Well, look back at incidents. So, looks like Shane Ewens has gone over as 18, but he looks to have left the server. So,
okay.
Yeah, so we've got quite a few guys in double digits. So we'll look at Ross Watson's on 17. So it looks like he quite possibly has already taken his tour of the pit lane. We've got John Lee on 12, James McKenzie on 13, Leon Ware on 13, Andrew Johnson on 12. So yeah, they're getting close. A couple more incidents away from maybe having to take a tour of the pit lane.
I think, and the limit is 15, correct?
Yeah, I think it's 15. Yeah.
There we go. Change of position for you there on camera. Stefan McCartane gliding by Roger Forbert there. Not sure if he had to slow down or got unstuck, but he's actually now opening the door for Stacey Boyd to come on through. So Stacey, PSR car, but he runs out of America. We've spoken about him before in the past. For him, it's something like 2-3 o'clock in the morning over in a certain particular part of America that he's living in. So it's a lot of dedication for a man who's come and race what can only be considered the better of the V8 cars that he could be running, especially over the NASCAR series, and to be doing it for a little league here in New Zealand certainly shows what he favours. So thank you, Stacey, for joining us there. Good luck with the rest of your race there. This man's on the Huss again. 4 laps remaining.
Back to 21 spots gained for the evening. A couple of followers behind. Stefan Adams is up 13. Dan Turner's up 12, and Jonathan Turner and Wayne Hartnell are both up 10 spots.
They're up 13 spots into P12. JT up 11. And alongside Hunt, Dan Turner up 11 as well. So good driving from those Herbals guys here. And Wayne Hartnell also up 10 there. Doing his thing. Dan Nolan under attack from the Great White Shark. Just got muscled out of trying to get anywhere down the inside of him at that one. It's good to see Dan holding his line on that.
I was going to say, I think Dan's got bigger teeth.
Yeah, certainly appears that way. Maybe that's maybe he's done that on purpose because he's heard me refer to Bruce as the Great White Shark, and he's just thinking, well, I've got teeth too. Let's race.
Yeah, the Great Canterbury Shark, Dan Nolan.
I like Dan. He's a cool character. We'll have a look and see what he's done with his photo, because sometimes he goes and there you go. So got the is that a banana? Is it a Toronto there? Bag
Toronto, yeah.
Awesome. Nice one, Dan. He's very engaging with his SDK on-screen data.
Yeah, so Darren Lobb now's managed to make his way past Stacey and Roger. as well as and Sean up to the third spot.
And Bruce Tank crashed and jumping to pits. Oh, that's what I heard in the background. Motor gone.
Hard on the gear, Brucey.
Yeah.
Unlucky, mate.
Couple of laps to go. Rehan's well and truly stretched his lead out what he had before, back up to similar timings, 16.3 over the field. Stefan McCartane lapping nicely there in P2. It'll be interesting to actually see how him and Darren Lobb get along beside each other. But battles for just outside of the podium. Pretty close there between Stacey, Roger, Eamon and Sean. And then a bit of a gap back to Trent Bennett, who started in 8th and still sits in 8th. We've got a bit of a livery update on the Festive Food Misfits Racing cars as well. So I think there was a wee bit of a sneak preview of what was going to be next season's livery. They've gone and rolled it out a little bit earlier.
It could be, looks like Stacey Boyd, Roger Frawbert and Eamon Young look to be in a fairly tight little battle back behind there, we can see.
Yeah, so just off the back of Stacey here. Roger and Eamon getting really close. And Sean just sitting just off the back of that one. And 2.
Yeah, probably the safest place for Mr. Plough. Out in no man's land there. Although he has got a car in front of him, so he's got something to aim at, I guess.
Yeah, there's 2 cars side by side here. There's Scott McKenzie and Dan Turner. That's down at P16, 17. So it's cool to see that even though the guys just outside of contending for the lead are still having good fun time battling it out. And Darren is now well and truly all over the back of Stefan here.
Yeah, so 2 laps to go now, so next time round will be white flag, I believe, for Rehan, who's 18 seconds now ahead of these two, so these guys will be blowing up a little bit, so you'll be making a bit of time up.
Ever in control of the tyres, Darren Lobb making it work, getting on by Stefan there, rounding himself up into P2.
Yeah, it's a healthy 24, 24 passes, plus he passed a couple of cars twice, I think, too.
Correct. Yep, white flag now for Rehan as he comes into the final lap.
Yeah, 18 second gap, I think, is the moment.
19, yeah.
19, well, that's crazy. 13 years old, folks.
Yeah. Birthday in about 3 weeks' time. And that'll still only make him 14.
Yeah. Everyone's sort of just in a groove now, they've been doing this for 25 laps now.
Yep.
And yeah, just everyone wanting to get themselves home safely.
Darren Lobb dropped back out of position from Stefan. Not long after he went past him, and we went and had a look at some other racing. He just outbroke himself, and Stefan managing to glide back up the inside of Darren. Oh, maybe he had some gear issues because he was, or a slowdown because he really had to knock off that speed.
Yeah, you'd be right. It could have been a slowdown.
And that is Rehan with a 22 second lead over the field, celebrating in style. Second across the line, Stefan Cartain over Darren Lobb, 2 and 3. Then we had Stacey Boyd there in 4th, Roger Forbert in 5th, Eamon Young to P6, Sean McNamara 7th, Trent Bennett started 8th, finished 8th, Mark Greenhill up 6th into P9, well done, and Tony Lynch, Dirty Diesel's entry up 2 into 10, so cool racing by everyone out there. And the battle's still not done. Bill bringing in another group of drivers across the line. Something that I didn't even know was here this evening. I didn't even see his name. Sorry about that. Daniel Johnson, welcome back. Managed to finish ahead of his old man there, up 4 spots into 17. Jonathan Turner, P18 there. Leon, bad run, finishing in 19th spot, down 16 grid positions from where he started. So it's not all roses for everyone out there. And that pretty much rounds us out for everyone tonight. But then we'll see Bruce Tannock, DNF there as well.
Yeah, well, that's going to affect the championship standings for Brucey.
Actually,
so
no, he has classified as finished, sorry, but yeah, down in 26th spot, John Lee there, so out of the race, Shane Ewens, Gerald Eccleston, and Steve Darren. Yeah, unfortunately for those guys. There's Chris, he's got the Flintstone picture set up and running, but yeah, rightly so. There's going to certainly be a bit of gapping there between P1 and P2 Bruce Tannock and what will be spacing there, because so Roger Forbert was only about 9 points behind him or so, was it, for P3? P2?
Sorry, what was that?
The gap margin on the championship between Roger and Bruce?
Roger and Bruce, it was around 60 points or something like that.
Right, yeah, so tonight's race certainly going to have an impact on that one.
So the standings have actually come up now for me. So Rehan's on 627 points, so 8 wins for Rehan for the season. Bruce Tannock is on 570 and second. Roger Forbert is on 513. Stefan McCartan is on 512, and Leon has just dropped a little bit further behind on 489. So that's your top 5 there at the moment.
Certainly spicy. Certainly spicy, and we've got our final round coming up next week. That will fall inside iRacing's week 13. Sorry, my brain's a wee bit of a scatter. I'm still recovering from having a week's long cold, and I think I'm just getting up to my limitations of brain powers and capability. So, yeah, week 13 for iRacing will be our final round. And then we go into our week 13, so it's a bit of an open pass, and drivers get to try out some different forms of racing, and we run a slight variation of our racing as well, like some destruction derby styled events and things like that. So
yeah,
still
we've got
some
the Sunday Send It to get a wheel out for, so we've only got 2 left, Doug. for Sunday Send It this Sunday and the final Sunday of our season.
Well, I
Uh,
think if I remember correctly, we were leaving one aside for Brett O'Keefe, weren't we?
yeah, so I believe he's home this week. He'll be
Yeah.
his swing in.
So we will,
Um,
without doing the wheel, we'll just we'll pick it and just say that's what we're going to do because that was his vote for the season.
all right, yeah, no, well, there you go, BJ, if you're out there watching, mate. But he looks like we're going to do the Lotus 79 at Road America,
Cool.
the Sunday Send It.
And then that only leaves us with the IMSA race at Le Mans the
Yeah.
following Sunday, which will be it'll be quite a cool event because coming to us next season on Thursday is a change of format for the GT3s.
Okay.
We're going to be doing our own version of the IMSA, and we're going to be bringing the GTP cars in along to have a battle alongside the GT3 class. So they'll be running their own class themselves and running alongside the GT3. So two classes of racing happening at the same time on Thursday nights. It's going to be a great bit of fun. So we've got a nifty wee name made up for that one as well, but more or less it'll look like your traditional IMSA styled racing event. So that'll be probably the first real test for the guys on that Sunday as to what the new layout will look like.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll include around 8 cars, I believe. Will be 8 or 9 cars.
Yep, so there'll be, moving forward, there's going to be 6 cars from the GT3 class, and then the 4 cars from the GTP class. So yes, it'll be the total of 10, a variation possibly of 10 cars out there on track.
Awesome stuff. And that'd be just about it. Thank you very much to All Sports Motorsport, Chitty and the team for always backing up SuperCars NZ in the Broadcasting Lounge. And of course Napa for always being our friends here in the Broadcasting Lounge as well. And a special thanks to Dano Sim Support. Thanks, buddy, for being this week's sponsor. So all week we're in Gilles Villeneuve, so we'll be there tomorrow night with the trucks and the legends. And then the GT3s will be there on Thursday. And we'll all be sick of Canada. And we'll all spread out again for the last round.
Very, very cool. No, thank you, Corey, for joining me again in the lounge this evening. It's been good. Like I said, I'm about just at the end of my limitation, so I won't drag this out any further. Thank you for the drivers who turned up tonight. Thank you for the guys that had a chit chat with us in the live chat. It's very nice, and I did say a thank you there too from Greg's. He gave us a good thumbs up there, saying great competition and even better commentary / production. So certainly a big thank you to Greg for that. It certainly means a lot. It means we're on the right path. If you've got any friends out there that you think might be keen on tuning in to listen to these couple of guys talking on a Tuesday night and another couple of weirdos talking on a Thursday, make sure you share our Broadcasting Lounge YouTube channel out and about. Please put do the old likes and subscribes. It helps get us to be able to do more for you viewers at home and making our drivers look like professional racing stars. That'll be about it, I think, Corey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug.
And good night.